I'd say that finding something positive to put your energy into, such as exercise, art, or another project, whatever it may be, really helps. Like for me personally, I started exercising daily and I started my own business. Stuff like that really kept me going. I don't know, without that, I really would have struggled these past 6 months or so.
Honestly, just distractions. There's no one set formula that will work. For myself, I'm lucky to be in an amazing household. I have a busy and fun life that just keeps me distracted. Exercising a lot, coaching a lot, and also doing a uni course that I am just infatuated with. I do also have an absolute A-star group of friends, so there's always that positive. However, there are times where I will find myself just laying on my bed, just binge watching kitchen nightmares on YouTube, and that's when like the lockdown blues start to set in, where it starts to be a bit of an issue, and just mental health starts to be a bit of an issue. But I try not to let it take hold now. I'll have some pick up and drive. I'll go out for a walk. I've got a car, so I'll go out and drive somewhere. I'll just try and do something that just takes it off my mind, even if it's just for 20 minutes. Something's better than nothing. So basically, yeah, just find a positive distraction, learn new skills, have fun with your friends and your family. I know it's basic advice, everyone says the exact same thing, but the issue is that it's a very new situation that we're in. Everyone's still trying to grasp it and understand it, but because everyone is trying to grasp and understand it, it means that people are probably in a very similar boat to you, and they probably want to have positive distractions themselves. So reach out to people, try and create this positive distraction on your own. No, positive distraction with your group rather than just on your own. And even if it's just getting up YouTube and doing Just Dance, because you might as well get yourselves ready for Asylum when it kicks back off.
I think my top tips for staying positive during this COVID world is definitely control what you can control. I think that's probably been the biggest thing for me, is that we've had so many restrictions and guidelines put in place, and our control has been sort of taken away from us a little bit. So definitely control what you can control, whether that's your exercise, whether that's when you do your work or when you do your work, what you eat, when you sleep, who you talk to, what you do in your downtime, whether that's you read a book or you do something that's a bit more relaxing than just being in front of the TV all day. So control what you can control, and then try not to worry about everything that you can't control.
I found it helpful to engage in any activity. If you can keep your mind occupied, it keeps it from focusing on the things that eat away at you. Personally, I found running or jogging really good for clearing the mind.
So my top tips for staying kind of mentally healthy in a COVID world are to find some semblance of a routine. I found that to be massively healthy. Make sure you are sleeping a good amount, because I know firsthand that the minute kind of my sleep quality and sleep gets a bit shorter, I'm not getting like 8 hours, I start to get 6. The anxiety tends to be pretty bad. And make sure that you're actually finding something to do for you, whether that just be play a video game or read a book. Remember to do something for you. It is truly, truly helpful.
For me, COVID has been tough. I've had my ups and my downs, but I've definitely managed to make this a positive experience. I've actually started trying to learn a bit more Spanish. I kind of put it away after GCSEs, so now I'm trying to do something new. I like music. Listen to music. Find whatever interest you have and explore it. And if you don't have an interest that's at your access, find a new one. I used to collect ceramics, but I can't do that now. But that's okay. I've got my Spanish, I've still got music, and I have other things that I can take up on. I've also, oddly enough, really got into cleaning. Everything has to be spotless all the time now. Don't know if that will stick.
So, for me personally, I think keys to staying positive is having that, is, I've talked about this on a couple of other mediums, is having sort of a set structure and almost a purpose to what you're doing. So it's easy, obviously, as being in lockdown, everything's kind of changed for everyone in terms of you might not have your work or your study or be in that normal day-to-day structure that you'd have. But I'd say that by keeping some form of structure, even if it's a self-created one, you're able to keep in that positive mindset, and just looking at everything kind of task focused. So if you've got a set checklist of things you want to do or accomplish, once you achieve one of those during the day, you can feel a little bit better about yourself. And also just don't beat yourself up if things aren't going quite the way you wanted. If you have an off day, again, times are tough, so at the moment anything that's going to bring you happiness and improve your well-being and mental states probably going to be, well, obviously going to be more beneficial. And that can be as simple as like cooking a nice meal, going for a bit of exercise, or just watching your favourite TV programme or playing a computer game or wherever it might be. Try and take those little enjoyment factors when you can as well.
Dance, do it. Just bust some moves, you'll love it. And number 2, even more important, stay in touch with family and friends. If you can't meet them in person, meet them online. It's so important during times like this to maintain that close contact, because it reminds yourself that you're not in this alone. You're all in this together. You're all experiencing the same things. Even if you want to contact someone you might have rarely talked to, or you fear might not like you for whatever reason, or someone you haven't spoken to for years, if they're not contacting you, don't wait around. Be the first one to contact them. You never know how much you might change their life for the better, especially if they know that you still care enough to check in and ask how they're doing.
So my 3 top tips, starting with number 3, is to keep yourself occupied, away from just looking at social media. Number 2 of the top tips is be kind to other people. And number 1 is use the increased amount of time that you have to maybe restart your life, reflect, evaluate and act upon what the world is like before COVID and the lockdowns.
Keeping your body and mind busy, so breaking up your work schedule, breaking up your everyday schedule. If you can, go out for a walk or a run, or find some home workout routine online it will make you feel a lot better. Set yourself small goals as well, such as like learning a new skill, maybe language, cooking that new recipe, or just condensing notes onto like a smart tidy page you can hang up. Also knowing that COVID won't last forever, we'll be out with our friends and family soon enough, I'm sure. It helps me